Yo, what's good, YouTube? Chris Lamar. Yo, you already know. Smash the subscribe button. Let's get it. All right, so let's get into it. The real problem with international travel, right? The first problem that I have, right? You can write down in the comments if I am full of it or I am being overly dramatic. So the first problem is you got to get a cell phone SIM, right? So here's the thing: if you get like a Leica from Amazon, which is a prepaid SIM, I feel like they overcharge you, but that could alleviate your problems in most countries, right? So let's say, for example, you're in the United States and you want to go to Colombia, right? If you don't have a SIM already, when you get to the Colombia airport, you're not gonna have service, right? Unless you have AT&T and you're gonna pay $10 a day. But some people are like, oh, you gotta pay a bill. Are you gonna pay $80 if you were staying for like 8 days, or are you gonna pay $300 if you're staying for like a month, right? So obviously you're gonna have to get another cell phone. So you're in the airport, and I'm not sure. Like, some airports may have cell phone kiosks. Some airports don't. Like, when I were at the Barcelona airport, I didn't see it. They might have. Like, it was a big airport. When I was at the Bucharest, I looked around. I didn't see it. At the JFA airport, they had a little bit of everything. So, but you definitely, it would have been super expensive, I felt like, there. So when you touch down at the airport, let's just say you're in the Medellin airport, right? You're 40 minutes away from the city. You could use your internet to order an Uber, right? So or you can have a car service or whatever the case is. You got all your bags and whatnot. So you get to your Airbnb. Now you got internet. So now you have to figure out, okay, I'm going to go to the mall and get a cell phone service. So like, that's kind of like the big thing where like people, when they talk about, traveling and digital nomads and all this stuff, they don't really go into like the whole cell phone things. I feel like a lot of people omit that. And that's one of the issues that, at least a concern that I have, right? Because once you have a cell phone chip, now you can because people talk about Google Translate when we're talking about, like, you're in a country where you don't speak the language, so you can't Google Translate if you're walking around and you don't have internet access, because some of the people, they try to say that there's Wi-Fi everywhere in different countries, which, like, if you're on the street, you're not getting Wi-Fi. So like, that's complete utter horse SHIT. Trying not to cuss in the beginning of the videos. One of the YouTubers said that was a pro tip. So, and one of the reasons why I like to kind of get a chip in the country, which obviously creates some headaches because you got to navigate finding a cell phone place, is it's way cheaper. So I'm in Romania and I'm using like a Telefono. It's like a cell phone service, that is here. It's not like the number one. The number one cell phone provider in Bucharest is like Orange or in Romania. But I have another service and it's like 60 gigabytes. I think it's unlimited text and calling, which I think, because I'm not really sure, because I didn't ask the lady. I just was more concerned about the data because I call on WhatsApp. So I didn't really care about the minutes. It was just pretty much making sure that I can have cell phone service and internet to call Ubers when I'm out and about. So, but the cost is there's different price points, but like, I paid the $7, so $7 USD, and it's for 28 days. So not for 30, but for 28 days. So practically the whole month, which is phenomenal, right? So that's one of the things where I think, okay, me having to navigate to get to the mall to find the cell phone SIM is worth it, because in the United States I have Metro PCS. I paid $60 per month for unlimited internet, unlimited calls and texts, and I don't think they bog you down like AT&T or Verizon does. I think it's truly unlimited, but I could be wrong, but it is what it is. And then I pay like the $9 for the insurance on my iPhone. But so $9 in Romania. And when I was in Colombia, I forget, I got a chip, but as you know, I got my cell phone stolen. So it was in pesos. So I should have, I don't know exactly how much it was, but it's definitely cheaper. So I saved a significant amount of money um, by getting the cell phone. But I just wanted to kind of talk about that and talk about how I navigate. So I like to find a mall, or you can kind of Google it and get you a cell phone chip. So like I had went when I was in Dallas, I went to a place to unlock my phone. So you can Google that in the city. And I got my iPhone. I have an iPhone 12, I think. I got an iPhone 12, I think. Yeah, I got an iPhone 12. I went and got it unlocked so I can put any kind of chip in here. So like I've been in Romania for, let's say 5 weeks now. So I'm on I re-upped, recharged my SIM card. So I had to do that, and it was in Romania, but we got to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? So I would say if you can navigate from your hotel or your Airbnb for like longer stays, I guess if you're just staying 3 or 4 days, like is it I would then that maybe I would just do like a Leica chip from Amazon and pop that thing in, so you have service. But if you're staying, like if you're really like going, I think longer than 7 days, I would just like invest. But if, like obviously if you're in Europe and it's like $7 to get it, it's like that's nothing. You know what I'm saying? To pop the chip in, and then when you get back to the airport, when you go home, pop your US chip in. But definitely I kind of wanted to kind of just talk through that. You know what I'm saying? For those people, because some people don't even realize that until they get there, and they be like, oh shit, like what I'm gonna do on service. And I always like to ask people how they navigate through. I think for people who are going to be visiting family, and they're going to pick them up at the airport, and then they have like transportation when they get there, and they're not going to rely on their cell phone for navigating and like calling Ubers and stuff like that, then I guess, you know what I'm saying, they don't necessarily need that. But for solo travelers like myself, and I know other travelers, I might want to comment and ask other YouTubers like kind of like what they do from a cell phone's perspective and see if they answer. But I go to the mall and find a place to get a chip. So like when I was in Colombia, I stayed in Larelis, and I went to the Éxito, which has a grocery store and has a mall and kiosk. So I had went to the cell phone kiosk and made it do what it do. Cell phone chick lady was cute, but she was married. So I had to ask like, yo, we need to hang out, da 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 da. You know what I'm saying? But wanted to make this video about how I navigate the cell phone chip situation, and I'm just loving Romania at this point. Had a great time going out last night. I had already posted the Romania nightlife video, and when I wanted to talk about international cell phone chips. So thanks for listening, and like the video and hit the subscribe button. Let's go. We out here.